Okay. This is mad loud, by the way. Oh, the Krogan's walking up on us. Hey, Banana, what's going on? He's just not going out of go. Anyone have anything I could throw in? Still a couple of okay, problem solved there. To help me. On a boredom summer night, I'm dead. I'm just playing Mass Effect on a boredom summer night. You know, no biggie, doing nothing important. My sister and her fiance are freaking taking a shower right now. So I was in the kitchen trying to sink it. I'm like, there's no water pressure. They were doing a bonfire earlier. I went outside and the fire was coming to a halt, but they kind of went on the shower anyway. I mean, I guess it's probably fine. Her fiance's done that stuff a lot, so. Yeah, but that's what they're doing on a nice summer night while I'm in here playing video games like a loser. Still too low. Why do I need to see people in person to do these things? I missed that one. All I have to say is, welcome to my life. Sally, if you ever use a sniper rifle, take the Reaper 3. Don't worry, I'll upgrade Best Girl when she joins. If I can fucking find her. How was I supposed to get that? No, I should at least turn on the fan on this thing. It instantly got just hot again. It's gonna be relatively chilly outside right now. I think Athens is the... Stop, man. Please stop. You're starting with the ball again. Stop, please. I'm gonna take it away. You're gonna be mad. We'll play with it, but dude, I'm literally doing something. Is crap. Children. By children, I mean my puppy. Seriously, there's nothing here? Blaze, what are you doing? Please stop. See? Okay. Stop. 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 It's over. Stop. Please. That literally has to be the world she's on if I can land on it. So this is officially a mission. I'm gonna use Caden here to see if I get an attachment out of him. And we're gonna go back to... I really don't want to... The idea is to complete missions with Liara. Well, not specifically. Liara's gonna pretty much be on my squad.
Commander, I'm picking up some strange readings. Really strange, like off the damn charts. It looks like it's...
Whew. I think like in every game I used a major biotic.
A few clicks away from the drop zone.
But I was also a soldier, so like biotic and tech, and then it's bam, completely rounded out. Sexy as fuck, my guy. Oh look, a Covenant ship. I'll take my level up, my guy.
I don't think we can take that strong point head on.
Haha. What you should have said was, I can't drive through the stronghold. I destroyed all the defenses on the front of it. Come on. Come on. There we go. Where? Come on. All right, let's do this. Oh shit! Don't want you.
My people have searched many generations for a world to call home. If we land here, just keep searching.
That was easy enough. Want to head north? Yep, yep. Well, I was hoping to jump over that, but I was way too early. Kind of hard. Yep, that's why I wasn't driving in a straight line. Yeah, yeah. Uh, guess let's. Well, yeah. Okay, I gotta go through here. Run up on me. Fucking rocket trooper. Damn, I destroyed him immediately. Oops. Go away, man. Use lift on him. And I'll warp him. Woo. Well. This is gonna suck. What the? Oh, he killed me instantly. No, 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 no. Hit me, baby, one more time. My loneliness is killing me. I must confess, I still believe. Oh, you're gonna die again. Oh my god. Oh my god. It's so much faster than I... It's so much faster than when we were driving around. It's actually tough. I only have light armor. Hi, Davis. The thing is ripping through me right now. Okay. Come here. Some shit going on. Oh my god. Was not paying attention to what he was doing. If I could kill him. I hate Caden, man. Just don't remember this fight being so tough. Okay. I want you to throw his little ass. Ah. I can't throw him either. Oh, he's fucking fast. Sorry, Tyler, you're gonna be my It go here. We're not putting a fucking dent in this guy. Davis used 10 confettis? I didn't even know that there were confettis. Thanks, Davis. Going slowly, but it's going. We get just get that other jumping asshole. I have no idea how much health this thing has. I'm just distracted by the get shot trooper over there. Okay. I don't care who it is. One of you go over there. No, 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 no. Use throw. I've been clicking it and nothing has been happening. Holly, you have to have something for me. I can get Keaton back. Keaton should have something for me in a minute. No, seriously. Use neural shock on that fucking thing. Do something to it. It's gonna hit him directly and kill him instantly. Now we're just missing a part. God! 100 confettis. Holy crap. I honestly didn't know confetti was a thing. Yeah, apparently confetti's a freaking thing. Where's everything else? Oh, there's the stay safe stuff. Wow. Well, thanks, Davis. Sorry, I'm super distracted and can't hear anything because this game's loud as hell. Oh, I gotta watch him. Here. I have no idea how much health he has. Fucking Caden's dead. I don't remember the commands. We need to get closer to him. He kills me instantly. And only appears that he's getting closer. Dude, seriously? Saw his health marker come up for a split second. I like confetti. I mean, the confetti is funny. Okay, I'm gonna use Unity right now. I want to see if I can get Caden here. There. What's the fucking command? There it is. Now it sees health. There we go. I don't care. Ah, I can't manually save. God damn it.
Not now, Commander.
Someone is over here. Ah, shit. Goodbye. Is there an inside to the facility somewhere? Oh yeah, it is. Right here. Oh, was that a second 100 confetti? Jesus. I'm seriously not hearing it go off. Maybe it's because it's new and Botrix doesn't know what it is. I thought one of you had like a heal ability. Rolls are not the best. God damn, this game is so loud. I'm gonna lower it for my own sanity a little bit. I gotta go give Mo confetti, then shower. All right, see you later, Davis. Oh shit. What's going on for Mo? I think the noise is just so low compared to the game. Let's look, guys, here. Let me get my shields back.
It looks like this cavern was around the ruin after it was built.
Probably would have been fine without doing that, but they'll come back by the time I get over there anyway. I didn't level, did I? No. So that unlocks pistol. I guess throw unlocked lift. Or unlock singularity. And then barrier unlocks stasis. Okay, which makes sense why stasis is always available. Do I have anything in my armor? That is better than nothing, let me tell you. I think only the soldier had heavy armor. Davis with a 999 confetti. Yeah, I heard it this time, so it has been going off. It's just the game's so goddamn loud I can't hear it. Was that in front of me or behind me? Oh, the drones came from the ceiling. Please stop doing that. Oh, it does nothing. Ollie, what are you doing? Hit this thing all at once. Go shower, Davis. Get out of here. Mo with the 999 confetti. Jeez. And Banner's finest with 999. And what is that? Leon what? That's funny. Oh man, I have no idea what that's supposed to be. Yeah, it says Leon Lime when I look it up. But when it came in, that second L's not capitalized and it's separated. It looks like an I.
Hello? Somebody help me, please.
Oh, there you are.
Can you hear me out there? I'm trapped. I need help.
Are you okay? What happened to you?
Listen, this thing I'm in is a Prothean security device. I cannot move, so I need you to get me out of it, all right?
Your mother is working with Saren. Whose side are you on?
What? I am not on anybody's side. I may be Benezia's daughter, but I'm nothing like her. I have not spoken to her in years. Please, just get me out of here.
How did you end up in there?
I was exploring the ruins when the Geth showed up, so I hid in here. Can you believe that? Geth beyond the veil. I activated the tower's defenses. I knew the barrier curtains would keep them out. When I turned it on, I must have hit something I wasn't supposed to. I was trapped in here. You must get me out, please.
We'll find some way to help you.
There is a control in here that should deactivate this thing. You'll have to find some way past the barrier curtain. That's the tricky part. The defenses cannot be shut off from the outside. I don't know how you'll get in here. Be careful. There is a Krogan with the Geth. They have been trying different ways to get past the barrier.
I didn't even walk over here. He was right there. I legit just walked away from her. Game's like, nah, you can't do that. This is not cover. What happens if I... Let me go to the sniper rifle, right? Oof. Actually might have a better sniper anyway. Does not look like I do. If I click X on upgrade, file rounds, so can I have two? If I could have two, I would do... Field bypass. Yeah, guess heat sink 3 is fine. I also go to my assault rifle, but heat sink. I remember being being able to upgrade my weapon so much that I never overheated. But I was also a soldier, so I might have been, in addition to some soldier ability, on top of the heat sink max. I like how chill they are on elevators. Things can't just happen.
Oh, how did you get in here? I didn't think there was any way past the barrier.
We blasted through with the mining laser.
Of course. Yes, that makes sense. Please, get me out of here before more Geth arrive. That button over there should shut down this containment field.
Yeah.
Any idea how we get out of this place?
There is an elevator back in the center of the tower. At least I think it's an elevator. It should take us out of here. Come on! I still cannot believe all this. Why would the Geth come after me? Do you think Benezia's involved?
Saren's looking for the conduit. You're a Prothean expert. He probably wants you to help him find it.
The conduit, but I don't know.
What the hell was that?
These ruins are not stable. That mining laser must have triggered a seismic event. We have to hurry. The whole place is caving in.
Joker, get the Normandy airborne and lock in on my signal. On the double, mister.
Aye, aye, Commander. Secure and away. ETA 8 minutes.
He needs to move faster.
Ooh. I love how we're just all staring at each other. They're gonna do a murder-suicide pact.
Surrender. Or don't. That would be more fun.
In case you didn't notice, this place is falling apart.
Exhilarating, isn't it? Thanks for getting rid of those energy fields for us. Hand the doctor over.
Whatever it is you want, you are not getting it from me.
She'll stay with us, thanks.
Not an option. Saren wants her, and he always gets what he wants. Kill him. Spare the Asari if you can. If not, doesn't matter.
Too close, Commander. 10 more seconds we would have been swimming in molten sulfur. The Normandy isn't equipped to land in exploding volcanoes. They tend to fry our sensors and melt our hull. Just for future reference.
We almost died out there, and your pilot is making jokes?
Joker pulled our asses out of there. I think he's earned the right to a few bad jokes.
I see. It must be a human thing. I don't have a lot of experience dealing with your species, Commander. But I am grateful to you. You saved my life back there, and not just from the volcano. Those Geth would have killed me or dragged me off to Saren.
What did Saren want with you? Do you know something about the conduit?
Only that it was somehow connected to the Prothean extinction. That is my real area of expertise. I have spent the past 50 years trying to figure out what happened to them.
Just how old are you exactly?
I hate to admit it, but I am only 106.
Damn! I hope I look that good when I'm your age.
A century may seem like a long time to a short-lived species like yours, but among the Asari, I am barely considered more than a child. That is why my research has not received the attention it deserves. Because of my youth, other Asari scholars tend to dismiss my theories on what happened to the Protheans.
I've got my own theory on why the Protheans disappeared.
With all due respect, Commander, I have heard every theory out there. The problem is finding evidence to support them. The Protheans left remarkably little behind. It is almost as if someone did not want the mystery solved. It is like someone came along after the Protheans were gone and cleansed the galaxy of clues. But here is the incredible part. According to my findings, the Protheans were not the first galactic civilization to mysteriously vanish. This cycle began long before them.
Where'd you come up with this theory? I thought there wasn't any evidence.
I have been working on this for 50 years. I have tracked down every scrap and shred of evidence. Eventually, subtle patterns start to emerge, patterns that hint at the truth. It is difficult to explain to someone else. I cannot point to one specific thing to prove my case. It is more a feeling derived from a half-century of dedicated research. But I know I'm right, and eventually I will be able to prove it. There were other civilizations before the Protheans. This cycle has repeated itself many times over.
What cycle? What are you talking about?
The galaxy is built on a cycle of extinction. Each time a great civilization rises up, it is suddenly and violently cast down. Only ruins survive. The Protheans rose up from a single world until their empire spanned the entire galaxy. Yet even they climbed to the top on the remains of those who came before. Their greatest achievements, the mass relays and the Citadel, are based on the technology of those who came before them. And then, like all the other forgotten civilizations throughout galactic history, the Protheans disappeared. I have dedicated my life to figuring out why.
They were wiped out by a race of sentient machines, the Reapers.
The Reapers? But I have never heard of. How do you know this? What evidence do you have?
There was a damaged Prothean beacon on Eden Prime. It burned a vision into my brain. I'm still trying to sort out what it all means.
Visions. Yes, that makes sense. The beacons were designed to transmit information directly into the mind of the user. Finding one that still works is extremely rare. No wonder the Geth attacked Eden Prime. The chance to acquire a working beacon, even a badly damaged one, is worth almost any risk. But the beacons were only programmed to interact with Prothean physiology. Whatever information you received would have been confused, unclear. I am amazed you were able to make sense of it at all. A lesser mind would have been utterly destroyed by the process. You must be remarkably strong-willed, Commander.
This isn't helping us find Saren, or the conduit.
Of course, you are right. I am sorry, my scientific curiosity got the better of me. Unfortunately, I do not have any information that could help you find the conduit, or Saren.
I don't know why Saren wanted you out of the picture, but I think we'll be a lot better off if we bring you along.
Thank you, Commander. Saren might come after me again. I cannot think of anywhere safer than here on your ship. And my knowledge of the Protheans might be useful later on.
And her biotics will come in handy when the fighting starts.
Great, another
Good
alien.
to
That's
have you on the
great.
team, Liara.
Thank you, Commander. I am very grateful. Oh, I am afraid I am feeling a bit lightheaded.
When was the last time you ate or slept? Dr. Chakwa should take a look at you.
It is probably just mental exhaustion, coupled with the shock of discovering the Prothean's true fate. I need some time to process all this. Still, it could not hurt to be examined by a medical professional. It will give me the chance to think things over. Are we finished here, Commander?
They're messing with my hair.
We can talk again after you've seen the doctor.
You can meet me in
The
my
rest of you,
chambers.
dismissed.
Mission reports are filed, Commander. You want me to patch you through to the Council?
Patch him through, Joker.
Setting up the link now, Commander.
We've received your report, Commander. I understand Dr. Tassoni is on the Normandy.
I assume you're taking the necessary security precautions.
Liara's on our side. The Geth were trying to kill her.
Benezia would never allow Theron to kill her daughter.
Maybe she doesn't know.
Or maybe we don't know her. We never expected she could become a traitor.
At least the mission was a success.
Apart from the utter destruction of a major Prothean ruin. Was that really necessary, Shepard?
The Geth were crawling all over those ruins. We were lucky to make it out alive.
Of course, Commander. The mission must always take priority.
Good luck, Commander. Remember, we are all counting on you.
I'll play nice. It only makes sense because the original route I took was saving them. And I don't know, that just makes sense. Especially, like, to me, it's got to be consistency. Like, if I'm going to save them later on, why be a dick the whole time?
Silver, you know, for my medal. I figured you'd recommend me for one since I pulled your boots out of the fire.
If we present you with a medal, you'll end up sitting on stage listening to politicians make speeches for a couple of hours.
That's a good point. They'd probably make me shave, too. I spent the last 7 weeks working on this baby. No medal's worth that. So, Commander, why don't you tell me why you're really here?
How's the Normandy performing? Is she everything they said she'd be?
She's the best ship in the fleet. If you've got a pilot who knows how to handle her. Balance isn't what you'd expect. Takes a while to get used to that oversized drive core we got stuffed in the back, and her power can sneak up on you if you're not careful. The Normandy's probably too much ship for your average Alliance pilot, Commander. Lucky for you, I'm anything but average.
I like to know my crew. Mind if I ask you a few questions?
I can see where this is going. You did a background check on me, didn't you? Well, I'll tell you the same thing I told the captain. You want me as your pilot. I'm not good. I'm not even great. I am the best damn helmsman in the Alliance fleet. Top of my class in flight school, I earned that. All those commendations in my file, I earned every single one. Those weren't given to me as charity for my disease.
I'm sorry, Joker. I didn't even know you were sick.
You mean you didn't know? Oh, crap. Okay, I've got Vrolich syndrome, brittle bone disease. The bones in my legs never develop properly. They're basically hollow, too much force and they'll shatter. Even with crutches and my leg braces, it's hard to get around. One wrong step and crack! It's very dramatic, but I've learned to manage my condition, Commander. Put the Normandy in my hands and I'll make her dance for you. Just don't ask me to get up and dance unless, you know, you like the sound of snapping shin bones.
Snapping shin bones. Banana with confetti, thank you. I remember him being like wheelchair bound in a sense. I don't know if that's exactly true, but he never really gets up. I'm trying to remember. I'm pretty sure I've seen him. It's gonna kill me now. Pretty sure one of the other games, maybe 2, you see him briefly. Or maybe it's 3. Anyway, my point that I'm making is I knew there was something up with his legs. I didn't realize he had brittle bones disease. Like, I completely forgot about that. I do remember the comment about getting up and dance. Like, I very vaguely remember that.
Why does everyone call you Joker?
It's a lot shorter than saying Alliance Flight Lieutenant Jeff Moreau. Plus, I love to make little children laugh.
You're dodging the question.
Like, I didn't pick the name. One of the instructors in flight school used to bug me about never smiling. She started calling me Joker, and it stuck.
Why didn't you ever smile?
Hey, I worked my ass off in flight school, Commander. The world's not gonna hand you anything if you go around grinning like an idiot. By the end of the year, I was the best pilot in the academy, even better than the instructors, and everybody knew it. They'd all got their asses kicked by the sickly kid with the creaky little legs. One guess who was smiling at graduation?
I need to know more about this Vrolik's syndrome if I'm putting my ship in your hands.
Yeah, of course you do. It's an extremely rare condition. Nobody knows exactly what causes it. Genetic, maybe. It's treatable, but there's no cure. I classify my case as moderate to severe. I was born with over a dozen fractures, hip, thighs, ankles. My bones were already breaking in the womb. 100 years ago, I wouldn't have survived past my first year. Lucky for me, modern medical science has turned me into a productive member of society.
You're not gonna break a bone trying to fly the ship, are you?
I don't fly with my feet, Commander, so I'm fine as long as I'm in this chair. I gotta be real careful when I get up to take a piss, though. I can do my job as well as anyone on the ship. Better, actually. So don't worry about it.
I'm not trying to make you uncomfortable. Let's talk about something else.
Whatever you want, Commander.
I guess that's it.
I have to go.
Alright, see ya.
What? I want to talk to everybody really quick. Now that we have everybody.
If anyone has to take over for Captain Anderson, I'm glad it's you. I'm not sure about having non-humans on our ship, though.
We're all on the same team here, Presley.
With all due respect, ma'am, that's what they said about Nihilus. Look how that turned out.
I'm in charge here, Presley. I decide if we have non-humans on this vessel.
Yes, ma'am. Understood, ma'am.
Speak freely, Presley. I want to know if you have a problem with non-humans.
It's not that, Commander. Humanity has always handled its own problems. Saren attacked one of our colonies. We should be the ones to stop him. We don't need their help.
Some people think asking for help is a sign of weakness. That's just being stupid and stubborn. No matter how strong you are, allies can make you stronger.
I guess so. Maybe I'm just stuck in the old ways of thinking. But don't worry, Commander. This won't be a problem.
How did you end up assigned to the Normandy?
I signed up with the Alliance as a navigator right out of school, following in my grandfather's footsteps, I guess. My first posting was on the Agincourt. We were at Elysium during the Skillian Blitz. A massive fleet of alien raiders hit the colony, trying to wipe it out. They had the numbers, but their ships were no match for an Alliance frigate. It was a slaughter. We couldn't even keep track of how many ships they lost.
How'd you end up on the Normandy?
I got my officer's commission after Elysium. Must have made an impression on the right people. Captain asked for me when he was picking his crew.
Carry on, Presley.
Yes, ma'am.
That's right. I didn't. I guess. Pretty sure there's nothing else there. Davis is back with pizza. I wasn't even looking when I walked through that door.
Yes, Commander? Is there something you need?
How did you end up serving on an Alliance ship?
I enlisted right out of med school. Earth always seemed boring to me. I wanted to travel
pretty
because
sure I asked her
humanity
this already.
needs the Alliance if we want to keep expanding through the Traverse. And the Alliance always...
I should go.
Goodbye, Commander.
Commander, are you coming to check up on me?
You look much better. How are you feeling?
Dr. Chakwas assures me I am going to be fine. I was impressed with her knowledge of Asari physiology.
You're in good hands. Dr. Chakwas knows what she's doing.
I never properly thanked you for saving me from the Geth, Commander. If you hadn't shown up...
I'm just glad we got there in time.
So am I. I know you took a chance bringing me aboard this ship. I have seen the way your crew looks at me. They do not trust me. But I am not like Benezia. I will do whatever I can to help you stop Saren. I promise.
Don't worry, Liara. I trust you. I know you won't let me down.
It means a lot to hear you say that, Commander. Thank you.
Tell me about yourself, Liara.
Me? I am afraid I am not very interesting, Commander. I spend most of my time on remote digs, unearthing mundane items buried in long-forgotten Prothean ruins.
Sounds dangerous. And lonely.
Sometimes I would run afoul of indigenous life forms or stumble across a small band of mercenaries or privateers. But I was always careful. Until the Geth followed me to Artemis Tau. I never found myself in any situation my biotics could not handle. As for the solitude, well,
Prize
that
him
is
still
the
up?
aspect that most appealed to me. Sometimes I just need to get away from other people.
Yeah. Working from home tomorrow, so being a little lenient on the time. I'm actually about to get off soon. I just want to go through speaking to all the crewmates right now. Trying to remember where everybody is.
You don't like other people?
I suppose it comes from being a matriarch's daughter. People expected me to follow in Benezia's footsteps. They wanted me to become a leader of our people. Matriarchs guide their followers into the future. They seek the truth of what is yet to come. Maybe that's why I became so interested in the secrets of the past. It sounds so foolish when I say it out loud. It sounds like I became an archaeologist simply to spite Benezia.
All children rebel against
You know we got a romance blue lady.
It's a natural part of growing up.
You share the wisdom of the matriarch, Shepard. That is exactly what Benezia said when I told her of my decision. But there was more to it than that. I felt drawn to the past. The Protheans were these wondrous, mysterious figures. I wanted to know everything about them. That is why I find you so fascinating. You were marked by the beacon on Eden Prime. You were touched by work.
You're not fascinated by these galoots?
Sounds like you want to dissect me in a lab somewhere.
What? No, I did not mean to insinuate. I never meant to offend you, Shepard. I only meant that you would be an interesting specimen for an in-depth study. No, that's even worse.
Calm down, Liara. I was only joking.
Joking? Oh, by the goddess, how could I be so dense? You must think I am a complete and utter fool. Now you know why I prefer to spend my time in the field with data disks and computers. I always seem to say something embarrassing around other people. Please, just pretend this conversation never happened.
Never. I love her so much. She's so adorable.
Do you know why Benezia joined up with Saren?
I don't understand it. She was always outspoken about the need for the Asari to become more involved in shaping galactic events. Maybe she thought allying herself with Saren would somehow be for the greater good in the long run. At least I hope so.
This hurts you, doesn't it?
None of this makes any sense to me. I have not spoken to Benezia in many years, but I know her, and this was not like her. Something changed.
I'd like to know more about the Asari.
We were the first species to discover the Citadel. We were instrumental in forming the Council, and we always strive to be the voice of peaceful cooperation in galactic disputes. My people believe we are all part of a single galactic community. Each species contributes something to the greater whole. Although we seek to understand other species, it seems few of them seek to understand us. The galaxy is filled with rumors and misinformation about my people.
Like what?
Most of the inaccuracies are centered around our mating rituals. My species is monogendered. Male and female have no real meaning for us. We still require a partner to reproduce. This second parent, however, may be of any species and any gender.
I don't understand. Your species can mate with anyone?
Mating is not quite the proper term, not as you understand it. Physical contact may or may not be involved, but it is not an essential element of the union. The true connection is mental. Our physiology allows us to meld with other beings. We can touch the very depths of their minds. We explore the genetic memory of their species. We share the most basic elements of their individual and racial identities. We then pass these traits onto our daughters. It is how we learn to grow as a species and how we develop a greater understanding of other races.
What happens to your partner after the union?
Every relationship is different. Some unions are a single encounter with both parents parting ways afterwards. Others can be more long-term. Sometimes an Asari and her partner will stay together for many decades.
Do you know who Matriarch Benezia chose as her partner?
She rarely spoke of her partner. Though I know my father, if you want to use that term, was another Asari.
I thought you always needed another species to serve as one of the parents.
Think about it, Shepard. If we were not able to mate with our own species, We would have died out long before we ever mastered spaceflight and left our homeworld. Union with our own kind is no longer common, not for the purposes of reproduction. Most Asari believe it weakens our species. Asari daughters inherit racial traits from the father species. If both parents are Asari, then nothing has been gained, or so conventional wisdom would hold. I am what is sometimes called a pureblood. Though no Asari would ever be cruel enough to say the word to my face, it is a great insult among my people. It is possible Benezia's partner was embarrassed by their union. She may have been too ashamed to publicly acknowledge me as her offspring.
Maybe she wanted to meet you but couldn't. Something could have happened to her. Maybe she passed away.
You might be right. I hope you are. But I have no way to know for sure. Benezia never spoke of her partner. Whatever happened, it caused her too much pain to dwell on it. She raised me by herself, though that is not uncommon. Many Asari raise their children alone, particularly if the father species is short-lived. Often the partner will pass on long before the child reaches maturity.
You Asari live for 1,000 years. What happens when your partner dies?
Few sapient species live as long as my kind. We have learned to take a philosophical approach to our unions. We do not focus on the inevitable loss of our partners. Instead, we enjoy the time we spend with them. And even after they're gone, a part of them lives on in us. The union is a connection that transcends both time and space.
I'd like to know more about the Asari.
We were the first... Although we seek to understand other species,
there was one branch.
We still require a partner to reproduce. This...
I don't understand.
We then pass these traits onto our daughters.
I remember this stuff.
Others can be more long-term. Sometimes...
Do you know who matriarch is?
She rarely spoke of her partner. Though I know...
I thought you always...
It is possible Benezia's partner was embarrassed by their union. Many Asari raise their children alone, particularly if the father species is short-lived. Often the
I should go.
Goodbye, Shepard.
Not looking behind anything.
Commander, do you have a minute?
Did that motherfucker just roll his eyes?
My officers.
Off the record, I think there's something wrong here. This Saren is looking for records on some kind of galactic extinction, but we can't get backup from the Council? Sorry, Commander. There's writing on the wall here, but someone isn't reading it.
The Council doesn't want to believe anything's wrong. I'd call it human nature, but...
I hear you. It just seems like a group that's been around as long as the Council should see this coming. It's funny, we finally get out here, and the final frontier was already settled. And the residents don't even seem impressed by the view. Or the dangers.
Well, well. You're a romantic. Did you sign on for the dream, Malenko? Secure a man's future in space?
Yeah, I read a lot of those books when I was a kid, where the hero goes to space to prove himself worthy of a woman he loves, or, you know, for justice. Maybe I was a romantic in the beginning, but I thought about it after brain camp. Biotic acclimation and temperance training. I'm not looking for the dream. I just want to do some good. See what's out here. Sorry if I got too informal. Protocol wasn't a big focus back in Bot.
Tell me about it.
Biotic acclimation and temperance didn't last past the airlock. To the kids they hauled in, it was brain camp. Sorry, hauled in is unkind. We were encouraged to commit to an evaluation of our abilities so an understanding of biotics could be compiled. There are worse results of accidental exposure to element 0 in the womb. Beats the brain tumors some kids grew up with.
Is there some question about how you were exposed?
My mother was downwind of a transport crash. It was before there were human biotics, a little after the discovery of the Martian ruins. It only gets iffy around 63 when kinetics was running out of first-gen subjects. Until then, they'd relied on accidentals. Bunch of guys in suits show up at your door after school, and next thing you know, you're out on Jump Zero.
Jump Zero is Gagarin Station, right? What's it like?
Yeah, that's the official name. Biggest and farthest facility we had for decades. Right on the termination shock, the outer edge of the solar system. It's where they did all the Goose Chase FTL research before we caught on to using mass effect fields. It was a sterile research platform when I was there.
There were other kids in the same boat, right? At least you weren't alone out there.
That's true. We did have a little circle that'd get together every night before lights out. We didn't have much to do, though. It was a research platform then, and Canadix kept Jump Zero off the extranet to prevent leaks.
And you must have had plenty of time to get to know each other.
Yeah, we'd sit around and bull every night after dinner, play cards or network games. There was this girl named Rana, who had a little circle grow up around her. She was from Turkey. Her family was very rich, but she was smart and charming as hell. Beautiful, but not stuck up about it. Like you, I guess.
Sounds like she was special to you.
She was.
Go to bed.
Maybe she felt the same, but
Go to bed, Davis.
things never felt
Thanks for joining me.
training, you know?
You know of any intentional exposures for certain?
No one knows. Doesn't mean they didn't happen. As big as the exposures were, it was hard to track down accidentals. It was different then. No one knew the potential, so there wasn't a lot of regulation. Anything Canadix did was gold.
I'm gonna go to bed soon. I still got other people to talk to.
Our outposts, but in retrospect, they were damn quick on the scene.
Jump Zero's a long way from home. What was it like?
The grand gateway to humanity looks a lot better in the vids. Anyway, this was supposed to be a casual debrief, not a bull session about stuff that happened years ago.
I wanted to get to know you a little better. That's all. Thanks for the talk, Caden.
Well, you're welcome, man. You, make a habit of getting this personal with everyone?
No, I don't. We'll talk again later.
I'll need some time to process that, Commander.
Romance everyone.
I'd like that.
Romance everyone. I thought about it for a minute. It's like, I kind of hate Caden. Just annoying. Oh, that was weird. And by hate Caden, I just really hate Caden. I find him incredibly annoying.
Commander, nice work out there. I knew working with the Spectre would be better than life at CSEC.
Have you worked with the Spectre before?
Well, no, but I know what they're like. Spectres make their own rules. You're free to handle things your way. At CSEC, you're buried by rules. The damn bureaucrats are always on your back.
Being a Spectre does have its advantages.
Exactly my point. If I'm trying to take down a suspect, it shouldn't matter how I do it, as long as I do it. But CSEC wants it done their way. Protocol and procedure come first. That's why I left.
So you just quit because you didn't like the way they do things?
There's more to it than that. It didn't start out bad, but as I rose in ranks, I got saddled with more and more red tape. CSEC's handling of Saren was typical. I just couldn't take it anymore. I hate leaving.
I hope you made the right choice. I'd hate for you to regret it later.
Well, that's sort of why I teamed up with you. It's a chance for me to get off the Citadel, see how things are done outside CSEC. Either way, I plan to make the most of this. And without CSEC headquarters looking over my shoulder, well, maybe I can get the job done my way for a change.
As long as you do your job well, you're free to go about your business as you see fit.
Thank you, Commander.
I don't really see the point in those choices. I have armor for her. I could have sworn I had Quarian armor. Maybe I saw the Turian armor. Use myself. Oh.
Commander?
Do you have a few minutes to talk? One-on-one?
Sure. I was hoping to get a minute of your time off the record.
I keep an open door policy. If you have any concerns, lay them on me.
All right. I know things are different aboard the Normandy, but I'm concerned about the aliens, Vicarian and Rex. With all due respect, Commander, should they have full access to the ship?
They may not serve the Alliance, Chief, but they're allies. At least as far as Saren goes.
This is the most advanced ship in the Alliance Navy. I don't think we should give them free rein to poke around the vital systems. Engines, sensors, weapons.
You don't trust the Alliance's allies?
I'm not sure I'd call the Council races allies. We, humanity, have to learn to rely on ourselves.
Standing up for ourselves doesn't mean standing alone.
I don't think we should turn down allies. I just think we shouldn't bet everything on them staying allies. As noble as the council members seem now, if their backs are against the wall, they'll abandon us.
I mean, they have a history of doing that.
I don't see that as inevitable.
Look, if you're fighting a bear and the only way for you to survive is to sick your dog on it and run, you'll do it. As much as you love your dog, it isn't human. It's not racism, not really. Members of their species will always be more important to them than humans are.
That's not true. I would not sick my dog on that bear.
What made you think this way?
My family's defended the Alliance since it was founded. My father, grandfather, great-grandmother, they all picked up a rifle and swore the oath of service. I guess we just tend to think of Earth's interests as our own.
It doesn't sound like you've worked with aliens
My dog
before.
might try to bite the bear. I mean, I won't be able to stop him, but...
Part of the surface garrison forces. I did get a rotation on a space station for training. Every Marine a rifleman, every rifleman ZG certified.
That's odd. Your record is spotless and your technical scores are exemplary. You should be serving with the fleet.
Anyway, that's why I haven't served with many aliens, Commander.
I never knew my family. Grew up an orphan on Earth. Anybody in your family I'd have heard of?
Couldn't say, Commander. So why are you out here? Just trying to get away from Earth?
No. The future of humanity is out here. There's so much we haven't seen yet.
Yeah. I still remember my first field exercise on Titan. When we hit mud, the reality hit me. I'm the first person who ever stood here. Then my drill instructor kicked me in the ass. I went face first into the muck. He spent the next 5 minutes chewing me out for gold bricking.
Don't tell me you had Gunny Ellison. He's the only one who uses that word to describe shirking duty.
Oh Lord, you went to the Makapog boot camp too? Yeah, Gunny Ellison's still reaming out recruits down there, kicking ass and using words like inveigle and pusillanimous.
Thus.
Alright, I can see where your concerns are coming from, Williams, but this is a multilateral mission. You're gonna have to work with aliens, like it or not.
It won't be a problem, Commander. You say jump, I say how high. You tell me to kiss a Turian, I'll ask which cheek.
I don't think kissing Turians will be necessary.
You never know, Commander.
What's your opinion of the last mission?
Not sure I buy Dr. Tassoni's story about...
You say kiss a Turian, I say which cheek. It's great.
Right?
I think she's being straight with us. Or at least I don't think she lies very often.
Yeah, she's probably really bad at it. Hey, want me to ask her about her sex life? Might be illuminating.
Oh, come on, all three? None of those options. I'm like, yes, that'd be funny as shit. God damn it. I would never say don't be cruel. I mean, maybe. I might say don't be mean because you can't lie. Or not good at lying. I wouldn't say that'd be inappropriate because I honestly think it would be funny. However, I'm not a military person, so I'm just saying, like, me, personality-wise, if I was to jump to being a military person, I would probably still have a lot of my current tendencies. Or, I mean, if you think about it as a basis of work, if I'm comfortable with the people that I work directly with, I might be like, let's see what happens. Oh, man. I mean, and Ashley would be taking a risk.
I don't think she's used to teasing, good-natured or otherwise.
No fun, Commander.
I think that would be
Too bad those
fucking
ruins got
hilarious.
destroyed. I mean, they lasted thousands of years. That's impressive.
Dismissed, Chief.
Ma'am.
It was Rex and who else? It wasn't Garrus. She said something. Damn it. Now I'm gonna have to figure it out. Oof. Oh boy. Alright, let's talk to Rex.
Shepard, what can I do for you?
What's your story, Rex?
There's no story. Go ask the Quarian if you want stories.
You Krogans live for centuries. Don't tell me you haven't had a few interesting adventures.
Well, there was this one time the Turians almost wiped out our entire race. That was fun.
I fucking love. He's such a grump. Oh man, Pandy with 5 confetti. Thanks, Pandy.
I heard about that. You know, they almost did the same to us.
It's not the same.
It seems pretty much the same to me.
So your people were infected with a genetic mutation? An infection that makes only a few in 1,000 children survive birth? And I suppose it's destroying your entire species?
I see your point.
I suppose it isn't all the same.
I don't expect you to understand, but don't compare humanity's fate with the Krogan.
I was just making conversation. I wasn't trying to upset you.
Your ignorance doesn't upset me, Shepard. As for the Krogan, I gave up on them long ago. The genophage infected us, but it's not what's killing us.
Am I trying to fuck Rex? No, I'm not trying to fuck Rex. If I have options to mate with everyone in this game, I will attempt them.
Getting any stronger.
But the only character I don't like in this game is Caden.
None of us
Rex is like a grumpy old man.
in our own system.
Garrus is cool. I mean, Garrus is kind of like, I would say like one of the, like your straight A older brother kind of thing. Let's see. Yo, I hate Caden so much. I hate everything about him. I can't. Liara, I just find her goofy and like she's just adorable. Ashley, I feel like is the Ashley, I feel like is the girlfriend. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. I don't know the best way I could explain it. Very. See, I don't find her worse. That's my thing. I find Caden, I find like when you talk to Caden, he's very bitchy. And I don't find Ashley bitchy. Like, for example, when we were just doing this, going through everything with her about the alien thing. Okay, she actually makes valid points about, like, she's not trying to be racist. She just doesn't trust the other races because this is an alliance ship. It's not like this is a military ship. So she's not trusting essentially other governments. But in the world of Mass Effect, the only other governments are alien races governments. So, like, she just doesn't trust them, not because they're not human, but because they're not part of the military. And, you know, they're pretty much... I feel like she's the type of person that... Her trauma is that her dad didn't get a promotion. I don't think I'm that far in the story yet for that. I actually don't remember that at all. But at the same time, okay, she has... My thing is that she's got simple problems. Kaiden's problems are way more complicated due to the whole being exposed, being a L2 biotic or whatever. But at the same time,
lots of species have left their homes and prospered.
But they go to colonize new worlds. We're not settlers. We're warriors. We want to fight. So we leave. Hire ourselves out. And most of us never
I forgot I was doing this.
Are your people really dying?
We're sure not getting any stronger. We're too spread out. None of us are interested in
Did I already
our
click that?
own system.
What can you tell me about the genophage?
Ask the Solarians if you want details. They made it. All I know, it makes breeding nearly impossible.
I mean, it's fine. Exactly. You don't have to like Ashley. More Ashley for me. I just feel like outside of the whole...
Krogan is infected.
Due to the history of humanity in Mass Effect, I don't find it crazy.
Why don't the Krogan try to find a cure?
When was the last time you saw a Krogan scientist?
Point.
Ask a Krogan. Would he rather find a cure for the genophage or fight for credits? He'll choose fighting every time. It's just who we are, Shepard. I can't change that. Nobody can.
So long, Rex.
Shepard.
I was gonna say. I don't care about that guy. So, like, it just makes sense for the history of humanity, and being that she is, you know, her family has a history of being Alliance officers. Wasn't she down here? Yeah, there she is.
Your ship's amazing, Shepard. I've never seen a drive core like this before. I can't believe you were able to fit it into a ship this small. I'm starting to understand why you humans have been so successful. I had no idea Alliance vessels were so advanced.
Oh, it was Tali, she was saying. Tali and Rex. So, I don't know. I'm not trying to approve the fact that she is basically what amounts to a speciesist. It's the fact that a lot of what she says comes from the ignorance of, like, A, she flat out said that she doesn't have a lot of experience with aliens, and B, the prejudice of her family. But due to the nature of the game, she works alongside aliens. She has issues at first, but then, you know, by the third game, it doesn't even matter anymore. But besides that, it's not like when you're playing this game, she's a complete dick all the time to them. She shuts up and does what she's supposed to do. So, like, my thing is that being that she has that prejudice, but is still able to say, shut the fuck up and do what I need to do, means that it's only a surface level. If you get down to what really causes that problem, like you were saying, her dad not getting a promotion, you really get down to what the problem is, she might be one of those people who you could change the opinion on. You know, go out there, experience other things, talk to aliens and stuff like that and experience their culture. Well, I mean, we deal... Candy, you know damn well we deal with people like that here in real life. And we're all the same. Think about that. Our form of racism is worse. Put Ashley next to Garrus and Rex and see how freaking violently different we are as a species. Maybe not Tali and God damn it, Yara? I don't always remember the Asari's name for whatever reason. I always forget her name. Because they're more... I mean, Tali's in this getup, but I think they show like a partial of her face a lot of the times.
The Normandy's a prototype.
You might see it here, but I think like in the third game, yeah, you kind of see a partial of her face. She kind of looks like more humanoid in a sense. But they're vastly different. So think about that. She has comments about aliens that are so vastly different from us, and the only one she really had a comment about was Rex, who's more like a freelancer, and Tali, who, I mean, she's just gonna go back to, I can't, now I'm trying to remember who she said. It's either Tali or, but either way, she doesn't know what they're doing. She knows what Garrus is doing. You know, she knows about Garrus, so she doesn't say anything about Garrus in a sense. So I would say her comments come from ignorance. But the thing is that in real life and in the experiences that we deal with and our problems,
I had no idea you found ship technology interesting.
We have people in our world who a lot of their prejudices come from ignorance. And it's worse in our cases because we are all the same. If I skinned you alive and you are only meat and bones, me, you, Mo, all of our streaming friends, you put us all next to each other, you couldn't be able to tell us apart. Aside the men and the women, you wouldn't be able to tell us apart. But for whatever reason, there's still prejudices against things that don't matter. So I would say, especially with humanity's history in this game, with like the Turians,
I can't believe your fleet still,
you know, being the first race they encountered and it started a war, it makes sense to have like, I'm not gonna, like I said, I'm not condoning it. I'm saying that it's natural for us to start out with, especially with how we are in our history with prejudices. It's natural for us to start out with prejudices. So it's very clear that Ashley in this game grows up in a prejudiced household, which stems from the military career, because most people in the Alliance military have a prejudice. Because, and a lot of them condone it like being the opposite. Well, we're gonna be dicks to them because they're dicks to us. So you get that in a lot of the comments you get just from random things around. I mean, I don't think the creators of this game ever went into like full detail and like, we're really gonna explore these kind of things. I think it's just like mixing in what's real and feasible in our world into the fictional world. It's real for someone to have prejudices, even someone who, let's say someone you respect or someone you think you know very well, and then they have these prejudices you don't agree with. And a lot of times that may break up your friendship or relationship or whatever it is. So Ashley's a prime example of that. It's like, well, she reports to you. It's not like you could just, you know, get rid of her for being prejudiced against aliens. It has nothing to do with her job. In reality, it's in the military. So like, I don't even know what other, you know, nuances that there are to that. So it's like damn near not even worth mentioning. And being that they're in the military, Shepard could always put Ashley in her place whenever she steps out of line. And if she continues to have to correct Ashley, that's when it's, all right, well, you know, I've corrected you. now we're gonna handle it my way, kind of thing. But again, for me, I feel like it's just a surface level thing, because even by the end of the game, and like I said, even on missions, it's not like she's a flat out asshole all the time. And the worst part is her bold statements. They all do it to each other. So, like, for example, you missed it earlier, but there was an elevator scene between Tali and Rex where he mentioned something about the Geth and they should have done something about it. And she mentions, oh, well, do you think about all the genophage and stuff like that? Like, they were going tit for tat. You know what I mean? So it exists with everyone.
Tell me about your people.
Our lives aren't easy.
Whereas I feel like Caden just
we are constantly on the move.
I feel like every conversation route that goes with him starts with some type of like whining. It's always, when I first played this game, I thought about it too. Like,
and each of us relies on the other.
I don't think it's intentional. I think it's like, I mean, you are going out of your way to speak to him when you're trying to find out these little nuances in the game. But still, it's kind of annoying.
What kind of freedoms?
Well, it's illegal for parents to have more than one child. If our population grows too much, it would strain our resources to their breaking point. Of course, we also can't allow our numbers to become too few. If our population is in decline, the rule against single births is temporarily repealed. In extreme cases of population decline, incentives are even offered to encourage multiple births, though the Conclave hasn't had to take such measures in nearly a century.
That's your government.
The Conclave is our civilian branch of government. Each ship can elect a representative to serve on the Conclave and make decisions that affect the fleet as a whole. On matters that affect an individual ship, however, the captain has the final say. It's a tradition that dates back to the early days, when the fleet was governed by martial law. Fortunately, most captains nowadays are smart enough to have an elected council from their crew to give them advice and guidance.
So the ultimate power rests with elected officials?
In practice, the Conclave and the respective council for each ship tend to set the rules that govern our daily lives. But in theory, we are still under military jurisdiction. The 5 top-ranking military officials in the fleet serve on the Admiralty Board. These 5 have the power to overrule any decision by the Conclave in case of emergency. To do so requires unanimous agreement among the Admiralty, and they can only do this once. After that, the entire board must resign their posts.
That's a good decision.
That served us well. In nearly 3 centuries, the Admiralty Board has only overruled the Conclave 4 times.
I want to know more about the Geth.
I doubt I can tell you anything you don't already know. It's been almost 3 centuries since they drove my people into exile. All I know is the story of their origins, what they were when we created them, and how they turned on us.
Interesting.
The Geth were originally created to serve as an automated manual labor force. Initially, their intelligence was as limited as any VI. Over time, we made small modifications to their programming to allow them to perform more varied and complex tasks, bringing them closer and closer to true AI status.
How come the council didn't step in and stop you?
This wasn't true AI research. We may have been skirting the bounds of the law, but we never did anything that was actually illegal. The changes were so insignificant, so gradual, that we were able to control them.
Wow, man.
Or so we thought. But one thing we underestimated was the power of the neural network. 1 million Geth thinking simultaneously created an inherently unstable matrix.
So the Geth share brain power?
Many of the Geth's logic systems were designed to work in concert with other nearby Geth. Basically, the more of them you have in the group, the smarter they are.
So there's some sort of group consciousness?
No, nothing like that. They cannot share sensory data or information. Their programming cannot handle that much simultaneous input. Each Geth maintains an individual awareness and identity. The neural network only operates on a process-based level. It's basically the synthetic equivalent of a subconscious. But when they're in close proximity, they can coordinate low-level functional processes, freeing up more capacity for original or independent thought.
That doesn't make any sense.
I'm probably oversimplifying. The Geth are incredibly advanced and complex creations. All you need to know is that they get smarter when they gather in large numbers. As we built more and more Geth, their effective intelligence became more sophisticated, more abstract. One day, a Geth began to ask its Quarian overseer questions about the nature of its existence. Am I alive? Why am I here? What is my purpose? As you can imagine, this caused a near panic among my people.
I don't see what's so bad about those questions.
The Geth were created to engage in mundane, repetitive, or dangerous manual labor. That's fine for machines, but it won't satisfy a sentient being for long. The Geth were showing signs of rudimentary self-awareness and independent thought. If the Geth were intelligent, then we were essentially using them as slaves. It was inevitable the newly sentient Geth would rebel against their situation. We knew they would rise up against us, so we acted first. A general order went out across all Quarian-controlled systems to permanently deactivate all Geth. The Geth responded to this order violently.
Hey, you can't blame them for fighting for their survival.
We had no other choice. The Geth were already on the verge of revolution. By acting quickly, we had a chance to end the war before it began. The hope was that most of the Geth would still be little more than machines, incapable of organized resistance. But they had progressed much further than anyone anticipated. The war was long and bloody. Millions upon millions of Quarians died at their hands. In the end, we were forced to flee our own homeworld. We feared the Geth would pursue us, but they never came beyond the Veil. Now we drift through space, exile, searching for a way to reclaim what was once ours.
It's hard to feel sorry for you. Your ancestors tried to wipe out another species.
We made a mistake when we created the Geth in the first place, but we did not make a mistake when we went to war against them. If we had not acted, they would have wiped us out. They're a synthetic life form. They have no use for organics. None. Why do you think they cut themselves off from the rest of the galaxy? Why do you think they've killed every organic being who's ever tried to contact them?
You didn't give them a real good first impression.
You really think things would be any different if we waited for them to act first? The Geth are not innocent victims in all this. They're the enemy. They want to destroy us. Not just the Quarians. All organic life. That's why they've joined up with Saren. And that's why we have to stop him.
Actually, no. I mean, yes, now.
When my people reach maturity, we leave our birth ships and seek acceptance with a new crew. It's necessary to maintain genetic diversity among the fleet. But no ship wants to accept someone who will be a burden on them. So, to prove our worth, we embark on a pilgrimage. We set out alone, leaving the flotilla and our families behind us. We only return once we have found something of value we can bring back to the fleet. This is presented as a gift to the captain of the respective ship we wish to join. If the gift is accepted, we are welcomed into the crew.
Can a captain choose to reject the gift?
That doesn't happen often. Most captains are eager to increase the size of their crew. It increases their own standing in our society. Even when a gift is not particularly valuable, the captain usually accepts it out of a sense of tradition. However, there is a stigma to presenting a substandard gift. It's not the best way to make a good impression on a new community. Most pilgrims don't return until they find something worthwhile.
I can't believe they just send you off alone.
It's not like they just cast us out. Before we leave, we are given lessons in how to survive outside the flotilla, and given gifts to help us on our journey. We also receive implants to fight off sickness and disease. Generations of living in an isolated and highly controlled environment have left our immune systems weaker than most. By the time we leave the fleet, we are well equipped for the pilgrimage. This is a rite of passage for all Quarians. If it were dangerous, our numbers would suffer. Virtually every pilgrimage ends with a triumphant return and the ritual presentation of the gift to one of the fleet's captains.
I want to talk about something else.
Like what?
I want to get the fuck out of here.
I should go.
See you later.
Hey, Commander, you know that Quarian, Tally? She's been spending all her time down here asking me about our engines.
I'll tell her to leave you alone.
What? No, she's amazing. I wish my guys were half as smart as she is. Give her a month on board and she'll know more about our engines than I do. She's got a real knack for technology, that one. I can see why you wanted her to come along.
Fill me in on the IES stealth system. How does it work
I
exactly?
do remember being able to talk to
You
this
can't
guy.
hide a ship out in space. They emit too much heat and radiation. Too easy for sensors to pick them up, unless you find a way to capture those emissions. So our stealth systems trap the energy we give off in storage sinks built into the ship itself. No emissions to give away our location. Eventually the sinks have to be vented. More than a few hours silent running and they overheat. Cook us inside our own hull.
There's no way for anyone to detect us?
A visual scan can still pick us up. Anyone looking out a window can see us plain as day. But you have to be pretty close to get an actual visual out in space. Most vessels rely on scanners. As long as the stealth systems are engaged, they can't see us. Not unless we accelerate to FTL speeds.
Why doesn't it work with faster-than-light travel?
Cranking up to FTL blue shifts our emissions, pushes them into frequencies too high to capture in the sinks. As soon as we make the jump, it's like setting off a flare. Sensors can pick up our location whenever we enter or exit FTL flight, but for short-range missions, our stealth systems are amazing, and we've got the only one.
I want to know more about the Normandy.
She's the best ship I've ever served on, probably the fastest vessel ever designed. And she's the only one using the new Tantalus drive core.
What's so special about the Tantalus drive core?
Proportionally, it's about twice the size of any other vessel. Not only are we faster, we can run at FTL speeds longer before we have to discharge the core.
Where else have you served, Adams?
If you name a class of Alliance ship, I've probably served on it. Everything from dreadnoughts and carriers right down to frigates like the Normandy. My last assignment was on the Tokyo, only a cruiser, but she was a good ship. Couldn't hold a candle to the Normandy, though.
Carry on, Adams.
Aye, aye,
Yeah. I think I talked to everyone. 3 in here. They cover the. What happens if I talk to
Looking
this
for
guy?
supplies?
Let's see what you've got.
You bet, Commander.
Sell. All junk. Yep.
Looking for supplies?
What are licenses? Why do you need them?
Many of the best licenses are hard to get, but they're well worth the cost if you can find them.
Let's see what you've got.
You bet, Commander.
Huh. I walked right up to the door. Go on, double check. I talked to everybody. Then I'm getting out of here. I'm gonna put us right in front of the thing. Bobber. All right, guys, I'm getting out of here. Tired. Gotta go to sleep. So thank you so much for joining me. I'm having a blast replaying Mass Effect. It's only gonna get better. Probably. I don't really know, but I hope it does. I'm gonna have fun. I don't know about you guys. Anyway, everyone, thank you so much for joining me. So try to get some sleep because I probably won't. Night. Oh, Deadly Kitten, you're still here. No problem. Have a good night.